Welcome to the channel for those of you watching for the first time, and for all returning subscribers. Welcome to the channel, Gaming Army. I've got two exciting assault drops coming your way today in this video, and while those play out, we are going to take a long hard look at the Vapor Eagle hero known as the Rival. Now, of course, the reason that we are doing such a deep dive and so much content on heroes is because right now PGI is running the 2023 Big Beach Party. It's broken up into 4 different phases, and if you play your way through it and earn enough redemption points, at the end you'll be able to get a hero mech with mech bay of your very own for each weight class. Yes, 4 hero mechs with mech bays. So we're putting out all kinds of great hero content to help you with your choice and decision that's coming, because guys, this is way too important just to leave up to chance. So with all of that said, buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a bumpy ride, hopefully a very informative ride, as well as we dig into the Vapor Eagle Rival. Now, with all reviews, I like to start at the very beginning. That to me makes a whole lot of sense. So let's take a look at this mech fresh from the mech factory. What does it come with? A stock loadout. And if we pop a look under the hood at a stock mech, you're going to see that it comes with a Clan ERPPC, ATM-9 launcher, 3 heavy machine guns, mask, very interesting for maneuverability, 5 jump jets, and a top speed of 97.2 kph. All in all, not too shabby. Decent firepower, definitely good maneuverability in this medium mech. So right out of the gate, you've got to think to yourself, this has got that great maneuverability, maybe not huge alphas as far as loadout, but something you want to pay attention to is that ATM-9 launcher. While you can engage at long range, the damage output increases the closer you get to your target. Ideally, you'd like to be about 300 or so meters so that you can maximize and do 3 damage per missile. And that's where the heavy machine guns would play in as well. If somebody gets a little too close and tries to underrun you, you've got some backup weapons. Other than that, you've got the ERPPC for some distance range peeking and poking with that PPC. So it's got a little something for everybody at range. You could still fire the ATMs at longer ranges, but just remember, at extreme range, you're only going to do 1 damage per missile. So the sweet spot is going to be in close. Now, our next stop on our magical mystery tour is, let's talk about quirks. What does this chassis bring to the table? And looking at the quirk section, obviously you get a 30% C-bill bonus earned in this mech because it's a hero, which makes it excellent for farming C-bills if you're behind on money. The next thing you want to look at is firepower. Lots of interesting things going on in the firepower department. We've got a -20 UAC jam chance, -20% missile cooldown, -10% to cooldown and heat, plus 20% on velocities, plus 30% machine gun rate of fire. That means your machine guns are going to be even more effective up close and personal. And you also have a couple of things that add to that maneuverability. We talked about a plus 15% on initial thrust boost and plus 15% on your burn time for your jump jets. So that helps the maneuverability aspect of this as well. All in all, not too shabby, and some really useful quirks going on with this mech. Now, jumping into the action on this drop, again, it's an assault match and it's on Frozen City Classic, and there has been a lot going on. Early on, my team started to push the 4 line. I'm not sure why, but they did course correct quite quickly and push towards the 3 line. I hung back, keeping an eye on the tunnel, because this is assault mode, and you know, given enough time, something is going to come through that tunnel, and the enemy is really motivated to push through Charlie 3 since it's the shortest distance between the 2 bases. And sure enough, I was right. And that was in the form of an awesome with PPCs, but we managed to take him out. Now, I have no illusions as to what way the drop is going, because currently the score is 3-9, and I am facing a Fafnir. However, he is damaged, and I'm trying to stay in range so that I can use my ATMs to their maximum effectiveness. Now, he's open center torso, left torso's open. Really want to punch through that CT and put him down and do it as quick as possible so that I can move on to other targets. I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on him. We do rack up the kill. Spider's getting a couple shots on us, but I have no illusion. The score is 5-10. It is down to myself and another teammate, and we're going to get broken up and swarmed, whether collectively, independently. It's just a numbers game at this point, and neither one of us can stand up to that much focused fire. We'll get another shot out on the Spider, who's open center torso, do some back damage to him, which is nice to see. Oh, he went running. So my jump jets aren't helping me to reacquire him, and now my teammate is down, so I am last man standing. I feel like that Billy Squire song. Everybody wants... Oh, wait, I'll get a copyright strike, so we won't do that. Shadowcat has found me. He is open center torso. I don't know if he got the lock in or if he phoned me into his teammates, but I'm sure they're on their way. And there's another enemy, and he's smoking from both sides of his mech. Didn't get a readout on his damage, but it's interesting. Now I have to be careful. Left leg is open, right leg is open. They're going to pick me apart piece by piece, and I don't know if I can squeak out one more kill or not. Whoop, stuck at a building, Hey, there's a supernova. Oh, and he was damaged. There's another kill. We'll take the snapshot kill any day of the week, but now I'm staring down 3-4 enemy mechs. It's only a matter of time before they put me down, and my weapons are all gone. No moss. Put me out of my misery, guys. Come on, somebody get the kill. There we go. Switching over to the end screen on this one, we wound up with 3 kills, 5 components destroyed, 545 damage done. Moving on to our next drop, this is also an assault match, but this time we're on River City. And while this plays out in the background, we're going to continue our deep dive discussion on the Vapor Eagle hero mech, the Rival. Now, for those of you who were looking at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen in that last match, you're scratching your heads going, where's the ERPPC? We never saw that. Well, there's a few things you didn't see. And that's because I've been doing some tinkering on this mech and kind of customizing it more to my playstyle. So, taking a look under the hood on my mech, you're going to see some radical departures. The first thing I did was I scrapped the mask. While it was nice and it did give me good maneuverability, I think the weight savings served my playstyle better. I also dropped one of the jump jets, again for weight saving purposes. I kept the ATM-9 launcher. I do like the ATM-9 launcher, it's pretty good. Changed out the ERPPC to 2 medium pulse lasers, swapped out the heavy machine guns for 3 light machine guns. So, what did all of these changes buy me? Well, I've got my ATM-9 launcher, which I can use at longer ranges, but remember what I said. Ideally, I want to engage somewhere around 300 meters. And if I'm going to engage at 300 meters, why not sync up the weapon systems to match as well? Hence, we have 2 medium pulse lasers, which will cycle faster and are roughly the same range. And we upgraded to the light machine guns for their superior range, so I can use them at that 300 meters. Well, actually, I can use them a little beyond that, but you see where I'm going with this. All of the weapon systems are now more in step with each other. And by the weight savings of losing the mask and the jump jet, I was able to upgrade the engine, and my new top speed is 101.6 kph. Now, I want to be very clear, this is just my playstyle with this mech. You could alternatively go to complete ranged weapons if you wanted to, and take advantage of the UAC jam chance and missile cooldown and things like that, and go LRMs, UAC of some sort, and be more standoffish with this, racing from point to point around the battlefield to get shots on the enemy. There is quite a bit of versatility with this mech. And, hey, you gotta like the fishbowl view, very Cyclops-ish in the cockpit on this one as well. And if you're enjoying the content and the color commentary thus far, do me a favor, give it a big thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it at least 2 thumbs down. Just make sure that registers the thumbs down, so hit it twice. And if you're really enjoying this content, why not become a member of the Sleepless Nights Gaming Army? That's right, hit the subscribe button. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on future content and great information like this. Jumping back into the action on this match, this has been one of those slower to develop drops. And what I mean by this is, think about this opening as the first round of a prize fight, with both boxers in the ring kind of circling each other. They'll trade a few jabs, they do some circling, they want to evaluate their enemy and see what their reaction's going to be, and also try to gauge what their offense may be as well. And that's no different here, and that's why it was such a slow start to this drop. And I'm perfectly okay with that, because that has allowed me to use my mobility to get around the battlefield. I've been switching flanks from right to left, I've been switching targets left and right, and just kind of going with the flow and whatever target presents itself. But it has kept me very elusive on the battlefield as I pick and choose my targets. Now, I haven't been able to focus any single target down, so I'm doing damage spread on various targets, but now things are starting to get serious. It's kicking off and picking up. The score is 4-4. There's a Mad Dog in the center there. Can't quite feed my ATMs through that opening to get some damage in. And hopefully, for those of you not familiar with ATMs too much, you've been watching this gameplay because you notice the trajectory on those ATMs. Yes, it is quite flat, and you really want to have unobstructed line of sight. That is going to be huge when you're using ATMs. Very similar to the inner sphere MRMs. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, some of you are asking, why on earth, Juan, are you wasting your time on a Panther with no weapons? Well, it's really simple. Nobody likes a tattletale, alright? So he's going to sit up there on top of the Citadel, and he's going to lock targets for his teammates, let his teammates know where we're at, which directions we're heading, and there were some missiles earlier. I don't know if they still have them or if somebody's taken them out, but either way, just can't have that. It's just not good. We're going to swing left, go after this Mad Dog. He is hurt. Look at that. That's some nice missile fire in, and that damage combined with my teammate's Alpha manages to drop the Mad Dog, removing another one from the board. Last man standing is this Rifleman, and we are in his back. No, we're in his front. Ouch, that hurt. Stop it. Stop shooting me. Luckily, he hasn't noticed my left torso is open. That would be very, very bad. So he's just going to take it on the chin. He's surrounded, and he's going to go down. In fact, we get the kill. So switching over to the end screen on this one, we wind up with that single kill at the end, 8 assists, 549 damage done.